Let's talk about drugs in Hollow Knight. This is a Golka. It shoots hard, spiky balls at you, are impossible to attack up close, and by the time you leave Green Path, you most likely forget they exist. However, the hunter holds a different perspective. After some taste testing, he's discovered a special venom sealed within the Golka's projectiles. To smaller bugs, I'm sure it'd be deadly, but to the hunter, he quite enjoys the effects of his special little drink. This is the most direct example of, how do I put this? Fantasy drugs that are not real and do not promote real-world drug use in any way, and also did I mention they're not real drugs? In Hollow Knight. Now you hear that advertiser-friendly phrase and you're thinking, oh, lifeblood. Nope. Sorry, kid. That's a rabbit hole we'll go down after Silksong because I don't even know where to start. It's somehow connected to Dream Essence. These massive beasts have blue eyes. They're not higher beings, but one probably exists. And Joni does what to your insides? Yeah, let's wait for Silksong. But laughing gas, that's a medical drug. So let's talk about it. What do Charm Lover Salubra and Eternal Emilitia have in common? They both outlive their neighbors, they're always in a laughing mood, and they're both surrounded by something reddish pink. For Salubra, the game files confirm this to be incense, or smoke that smells good. But Emilitia, her flora is, what is that? The game files call them Emilitia flowers, which when compared to other files seems to be Emilitia's name before it was changed to what it is now, and that's about it for definitive info. If you didn't already guess, we won't be making any definitive answers today, so please consider my inferred speculation from here on out with a grain of salt. So about the lore... Sorry about it. Oh, what? I thought that I had no scent organs. What? Did I die? Where the frick is my shade? Lurker is insane, we know that for a fact. So I wouldn't blame you for thinking Emilitia or even Salubra are insane too. That'd easily explain their bizarre behavior. But those Emilitia flowers are picture prominent, and the simple answer's boring, so let's speculate. There's another similarity between Emilitia and Salubra I forgot to mention. They both are content to stay inside their homes forever. Salubra thinks the village she inhabits is still full of life, but we know that's not true. We made sure of that. Which proves she hasn't left her home in a long time, nor cares to. She doesn't really care about anything. Well, maybe that's not right. She lacks anxiety? She doesn't wonder why she rarely gets visitors, nor is concerned if they think negatively of her. She just lives in the moment. As the name Laughing Gas suggests, inhaling it gives you a feeling of well-being and hampers your anxieties, causing you to giggle uncontrollably. Salubra hits all these marks, so it's very plausible this reddish-pink smoke has effects similar to nitrous oxide. Now, back to Emilitia. That incense smoke has a very similar color to these Emilitia flowers. Difference is, no fumes are present for her to inhale. She's merely in their presence. So if insanity isn't the cause, these flowers have put her under the same spell as Salubra. Constantly giggling, lacking anxiety, and completely fine not having someone to talk to in ages. She just laughs and laughs and laughs, content with the irony of her survival forever. Forever? Huh. How has Emilitia and Salubra survived so long? Food? No idea. They never leave their rooms, so who knows how they don't starve. Maybe it's the Emilitia flowers doing. Maybe it's an oversight by Team Cherry. But more importantly, how did they resist the infection? It's curious why some bugs are more susceptible to it than others. The hunter claims the plague haunts his dreams when at his lowest. I guess bugs like Cloth are too straight-edged to be tempted after being humiliated so many times. So, does being on Emilitia gas make you immune to the infection? Not exactly. If that was completely true, wouldn't we see it used by, I don't know, the Pale King? It seems like no one in Hollownest knows the purpose of Emilitia flowers. Maybe not even these two. But still, I do think at the very least, these flowers play a part in their health. No, Emilitia flowers don't stop you from dreaming. Both bugs have dream nail dialogue. But they do lack anxiety. They lack a reason to leave their homes, to talk to anyone. The fact this is so doesn't even bother them. They're okay existing in solitude forever. So for example, if the Radiants came knocking at their door, knock knock, it's me, your friendly neighborhood moth. I have a really cool invention called Unity of Mind, and I want to give it to you for free. All you gotta do is just come outside and get a big... And Salubra would sit there, laughing to herself without a care in the world. Same for Emilitia. It's not that they resist the infection, they're just in a state of mind that makes them subconsciously ignore it. But I have a sneaking suspicion there's a reason why no one else uses the flower. It's a fate worse than death. Think to yourself, your aspirations, your shortcomings, your relationships, whatever it may be. What do you live for? Your answer is what makes you an individual. If you don't have a purpose to live your life, why would you? You'd just sit in your chair, never get up, stare at nothing until you wither away. Remind you of anyone? Only difference between you and them? These two can't die. They're stuck in an unlocked prison, happy they'll never progress their lives any further. Charm lover Salubra is content to never acquire another charm, and the aristocrat Emilitia will never bore with the endless marching of husks. As long as the Emilitia flowers hold influence, these two will laugh and laugh and laugh in their little tiny rooms eternally. Well, that was depressing.